I was rejected by a matchmaker this week. She wouldn't be able to work with me. When we met, I told her what I was looking for and told her a lot about me. And I tried to highlight some of my core qualities, including the fact that I'm very, very type A, organized. I like to be the leader. I told her the types of things
So she thinks those are qualities, guys.
that I like doing. I also told her I was looking for a man who was also a leader because I don't want to always be the leader, believe it or not. I told her I was
There cannot be two leaders in the household.
looking for someone that was at or above the same income level as me, driven, who is ambitious, who is ready for a long-term relationship and ready to get married. She may have actually picked up on the fact that I'm a little high-strung. I'm not like a stressed out or anxious person. I'm just high energy or type A. This is who I am.
So she's disagreeable. And she wants an alpha man. There cannot be two leaders in the household. Why would an alpha man choose a woman like this? Why?
And she was asking me, do I meditate? No. Do I journal? No. Do anything woo? And I said, no.
Guys, let me know what woo means. I don't know.
In fact, I'm not even on the same planet as woo. When talking about what I didn't like in a man, I said I could never really be with a beta type man. I specifically used the word doormat. I said I would chew them up and spit them out. And her response was, well, I married that type of man. She was saying that, men really like a soft woman.
Yes.
And I should try some of these vision board journaling, meditating.
Men don't want a boss bee that argues with them all the time. They don't. They just don't.
Type of things. Would never going to be that type of person. She also said that she could sense I had some walls up.
The wall. No man on earth can make it fall.
Which, of course, I'm coming to meet a woman who I'm asking to find my future husband at the rate of several $1,000s. I, of course, am going to be here really just trying to interview you, my dear friend, because I want to know if I'm going to get my money's worth with you. So of course I'm going to have some walls up. I also think it's perfectly normal to have some walls up when you are meeting someone for the very first time and who also had not taken the time to do her own research on me by stalking me on the internet. She definitely didn't have time because she asked for my socials no more than 1 hour before our meeting. So I asked her.
I don't need an hour to know from your socials what kind of woman you are based on your pictures. 5 minutes, that's all.
If she thought I would be ready for her services, her response, she essentially said that I am not ready for her type of services because I have too much work to do. My walls are too high and I'm not ready.
Yeah, she practically said it in a nice way. I can't find a man for you because the man that you want don't want you.
For a long-term committed relationship at the ripe age of 38, where I have been in therapy for 10 plus years.
10 years in therapy and she still hasn't found a man. But she's not the problem. Of course, all men are trash.
She also said that she's too woo for me, which I can accept that. That's fine. However,
I think woo is the same like zen or something like that. I don't know. I don't get it.
I shouldn't need to be a woo type person to be worthy of love. She also said that I need to...
Of course, you don't have to change. You don't have to do anything. Just be yourself. That's why you're still single at 38. Because you're yourself.
Soften a little bit. And men like a softer woman. Essentially,
Yes.
I spent $350 to meet with this woman. Have her tell me I am not worthy of love as I am, but the fact that I need to change in order to be worthy of love and partnership. Which honestly, I think for that reason alone, she should have her matchmaking license taken away because we shouldn't be pushing on these narratives that people are not worthy as they are. And essentially telling women that the type of woman they are isn't worthy of love. That is...
No, the type of woman that you are doesn't attract the type of man that you want. It's so simple. It's so simple. You're 38 and you haven't figured this out.
Narrative that should not be given to anyone, or it is dangerous commentary. And the fact that she said this to my face had some audacity. Well, we're celebrating my 38th birthday tonight, and we are going to wash all of what she said aside. I am so excited. And we're going to believe that no matter the type of woman you are, love is out there for you. We are not going to listen to this toxic narrative. I was rejected by a matchmaker this week.
This woman said her type is type A, leadership-oriented, very successful men. She's 38, very successful, type A, whatever. Are those men interested in her?
No.
Probably not. If she's 38 and she's looking to work with a matchmaker and a matchmaker is denying her. There's not a product market fit. Matchmaker did say that men typically like softer women, maybe more receptive women. Okay, but the woman posting didn't really want to hear that or do that work, or, you know, was really offended at that.
I was rejected by a matchmaker this week.
Go get your money, be masculine, type A, loud. No one wants to deal with that.
Yeah.
Maybe the simps do, but no one that you want wants to deal with that, period.
I was rejected by a matchmaker this week.
It is time that you stop blaming other people for you still being single at 38 and start asking yourself, how can I change my mindset and my approach?
But she doesn't want to change. She thinks she's perfect. And as she is, she thinks she could attract any man. Any man should be lucky to be with her. That's her mindset. That's why she will be alone forever.
Because if your mindset and approach worked, you wouldn't be still single at 38 seeking the help of a matchmaker who says she cannot help you. That should be an alarm for you that what you're doing in your approach to dating and relationships is incompatible with dating and being in a relationship.
I was rejected by a matchmaker this week.
Did you ever think to maybe self-reflect and wonder why you're still single at 38? Maybe that matchmaker is onto something.
I was rejected by a matchmaker this week.
So I see this a lot with successful women, and what happens is they actually, are very successful. They like to lead, they like to be in control, and all of these mechanisms that keep them in control and keep them successful are really not helpful in their dating life.
True.
What I mean is, when you're a successful woman, oftentimes you want a masculine man who's going to be successful, who's going to provide, who's going to be the leader, but you actually can't relinquish the reins to him to be the leader. If you want an alpha, you can't be the alpha.
True.
And by being in your masculine energy, right, you're actually going to deter real masculine men, and you're going to attract the ones that benefit from your masculinity.
I was rejected
Simps and beta males.
by a matchmaker this week.
She said she spent $350 to see a matchmaker. She didn't agree with the matchmaker, but then brought up that she's been seeing a therapist for 10 years. See, the problem is you paid $350 to a matchmaker, and they told you the truth.
Yeah.
See, that's a discount. You've been spending how much money on a therapist for 10 years to stroke your ego, to agree with you, to build you up, to keep you coming back. That matchmaker told you the truth. See, the matchmaker's asking you questions. And where do they formulate those questions from? See, they interview women and ask women what they're looking for. She interviews men to ask them what they're looking for. Now, there's a difference between dating and a relationship. You are clear you want a relationship. You are 38 years old and you can't find a relationship. And that matchmaker told you exactly why and you rejected it.
Yeah.
See, you're claiming you're...
These are the kind of women that will never change. That if I react to a video or say something that they're thinking wrong, that they're not acting correctly, they will just call me an incel.
Type A, you want this, you want this, you want this. You have all these demands, which means you're not ready for a relationship.
I was rejected by a matchmaker this week.
Why are the comments so negative? I don't understand. And I saw like people stitching her and just like attacking her, saying that she's not taking accountability. And so I'm like, I go and I watch her video, and I'm like, I don't understand what she's saying wrong.
Of course you don't understand, because you have the same mindset as her. Of course. You can have standards. Nobody says you shouldn't have standards. But you shouldn't be delusional. And even if you are, good for you. Live in fairy tale land. Nobody cares. But don't complain about other people. Oh, it's her fault. How could she deny me? How could Chad deny me? I want Chad on a white horse to come and rescue me. How dare you? How dare you? It's just delusional. Be realistic. Have standards. Nobody cares. Don't complain about it on the internet. Don't complain that you're perfect and you deserve this and you deserve that. Nobody deserves anything. You want to attract a certain type of man, you have to change your behavior. You have to be the certain type of woman that those men are looking for, and you're not.
She just really knows what she wants.
Of course.
And that's aggressive to people?
Was rejected by a matchmaker this week.
I don't know about you, but this woman sounds deeply disagreeable and completely uncoachable. And then when this matchmaker said that they wouldn't be a good fit to work together, she immediately took that rejection like she was being told that she wasn't worthy of love.
No, you can find love, but you won't find the man that you want. And the men that are attracted to you, you don't want them. So you will just be alone with cats, lots of cats.
That is a massive rejection wound just bleeding all over the canvas. Hence why she went on the attack, spewing verbal vomit all over the internet.
Very well said, very well said. I should use that from now on. Verbal vomit.
And demanding her money back and the end of that matchmaker's career.
Of course, if you don't agree with me, it's for sure because you're wrong.
And this is the type of inner work and awareness that I imagine 10 years of therapy would touch on. That is the refund that she should be looking for.
I was already rejected by a Hinge match because of this video. I matched with him on the dating app and we were chatting, and then this video blew up. He said it came across his For You page and he was like, oh, I'm chatting with her. And let me show you what he said. Hinge must speak to TikTok, blah, 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 blah. I realize it didn't work for you, but based off the way you described it, I feel like she's trying to match me with people I would be compatible with. Would you mind giving me her info?
Oh my God. Yeah, so even that guy doesn't want to match with you. He wants the info for the matchmaker. Because he knows that matchmaker knows what she's talking about. That's why.
Y'all, and of course, I gave him the info, told him exactly who it was because he asked in a private message. And hello, I am grateful I didn't waste a date with this guy. He clearly thinks.
Can you see how she twists everything? Oh, he doesn't want me. Oh, I'm so glad because I don't want him. That's the verbal vomit that women do. Oh, you don't want to date me? Ha! I didn't want to date you in the first place. Like 3-year-old kids.
Based on the video, we are not compatible, and that is fantastic. Another rejection story. I know you guys love them. This time, rejected by an Android user. Y'all, Android people are wild.
Of course. If they don't have iPhones, they're wild.
Matched with this guy on Hinge, and I noticed he had green text, so of course I had to give him a little shit about having an Android. As one of my friends pointed out, this is literally the oldest joke in the book. Oh, you have an Android? It's a red flag, because obviously I have an iPhone. He literally...
And you wonder why she's alone, guys. Just look at her. Just look at how she reacts. I bet all her friends are the same and all of them are single. All of them.
Said he didn't want to go out because of the fixation on the difference in our phone types. I mean, how is that a turnoff? It's literally the oldest joke in the book. How about, sir, it's a turnoff that you do not have a sense of humor.
Oh, you're short. Let me tell you a joke about short kings. Oh, you got upset. Oh, I don't want people that don't know how to take a joke. You're not a real man. You can't take a joke. So stupid.
And you are so attached to your phone that you can't take the joke.
A story about a confident man I met, part 2. So in part 1, I told you about a guy who approached my friends and I at dinner and gave me a huge compliment. Here's what happened after he gave me that compliment. He introduced himself with his name and shook my hand and then politely walked away. Now you might wonder, why didn't he just get your number? Well, he did, but here's how. He excused himself, went back to his table, finished his dinner, and then wrote his number on the back of his check. Then he came back up to the table where my friends and I were seated. Then he said, I'm old school, so here's my number if you should have any use for it. Confidence, y'all.
Yeah, I've always said that women like confident men, but the only problem to her story is that if that guy wasn't attractive, they will all laugh at him at the table after he's gone, talk about him, calling him names. He's a creep. How dare he? How dare he? That's the only problem. Yeah, confidence totally works, I know from experience, but only if they are attracted to you. That's the problem. And most men don't know that. They can't make the difference if the woman is attracted to them or not.
And you know what makes him look even more confident? The fact that when I walked into the restaurant, I saw 2 other men looking at me several times in a row without doing anything about it. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Remember that.
The 3 best places to meet girls right now. Pickleball.
Okay.
It's the fastest growing sport in the world, and I see cute single girls at the courts all the
I can't comment on that because I don't know where women actually hang out in the USA. So probably she's right.
time. Beer gardens. Put on your best flannel, pop by a beer garden, and take advantage of the fall weather. Tailgates. There's food, good energy, and a natural way to start a conversation. What more do you need?
Okay guys, it's time for me to answer a couple of questions. The first question, could you do a video on vetting? So many people don't know how to vet from both sides. Can you illustrate what both men and women look for and how to respond? For example, specifically social cues or body language. There is no clear-cut way to say it. There is no 10 rules that you have to follow that would make you successful. Anybody that makes a video and tells you this is exactly what you have to do is just lying or is just trying to sell you a course. How to vet a woman? That's why I'm doing videos like this. Watch 10, 20 videos. I'm reacting to what women say, how they act, what they're thinking about, and based on my answers you can understand if she says this when you're dating or if she says this through text, it's not good, it's a red flag. How does she act, the way she moves her hands, everything. You just have to watch my videos. That's why I'm making videos like this, so younger men know how to see the red flags. Now, what women and men are looking for. Let's talk about what women are looking for. All of them are looking for chats. That's the straight answer. Now, if you want to stand out, it's different from guy to guy. If you're shorter, get a better body in the gym to compensate for that. You need to learn how to compensate. Okay, you're like this, you're like this. Okay, I need to compensate in a way. I don't know, I need to get funnier. I need to get bigger in the gym. Whatever it is, you have to make more money. You have to compensate. Because not everybody's perfect, not everybody's a Chad. Okay, second question. What do you think is more to blame for the disastrous situation in the dating market? Entitled women or simp men? Simp men for sure, because they allow entitled women to act as they act. If there were no simps, if men didn't even bother to talk to women that are entitled, that are boss bee, that whatever you don't like at a woman, then those women would have to change their behaviors because they would realize they can't get any man. But the problem is, simps are paying for their OnlyFans, simps are taking them on vacations, simps are letting them talk to them like a doormat, like an actual doormat. What, you didn't buy me a $3,000 handbag? And they start screaming and swearing. And then, if they get away with it, they want the same from the next guy. And the next guy. Oh, I dated somebody, he had a Lamborghini. You don't have a Lamborghini. How dare you talk to me? How dare you? Simps are the problem. Simps pay for everything in their lives. If simps weren't the thing, and men just didn't pay any attention to women that act like that, like a boss bee, entitled, spoiled, with standards, with a list of standards this big, women would have to change. But unfortunately, some men don't know how to get women only with their money. Only by doing everything a woman wants, even if that woman steps on him like a doormat and doesn't give him any attention and treats him bad. Some guys, I don't know what's with them. I don't even understand if they're men or not. But some guys are like that. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.